What does Rand Paul stand for? Who did Kentucky Republicans just nominate to be their Republican nominee for Senate this November?
Rand Paul believes that the portion of the 1964 Civil Rights Act that mandates desegregation of private businesses is a violation of the First Amendment.
I know you were stunned like I was. I heard it on NPR, and then I saw him on Maddow.
I think if you have a two-story office and you hire someone who's handicapped, it might be reasonable to let them have an office on the first floor rather than the government saying you have to have a $100,000 elevator.
Would you have voted for the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
I like the Civil Rights Act in the sense that it ended discrimination in all public domains, and I'm all in favor of that.
But
you had to ask me the but. But had I been there, there would have been some discussion over one of the titles of the civil rights, and I think that's a valid point, still a valid discussion.
There's nothing under your worldview to stop the country from resegregating like we were before the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which you're saying you've got some issues with.
Well, the interesting thing is that there's nothing right now to prevent a lot of resegregating. We had a lot of it over the last 30 or 40 years. Does the owner of the restaurant own his restaurant, or does the government own his restaurant? These are important philosophical debates, but not a very practical discussion.
Well, it was pretty practical to the people who had the life nearly beaten out of them trying to desegregate Walgreens lunch counters, despite these esoteric debates about what it means about ownership. This is not a hypothetical, Dr. Paul.
The problem is you're saying that segregated lunch counters and restaurants are okay.